Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Arnold Palmer Invitational at the Bay Hill Golf Course, where we can win $50,000 if we can correctly predict the weekend's outcome. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Jason Mattis with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. This is one of the golf contests that we play, and it's over on the NBC Sports Predictor app, where it's the Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend at the Bay Hill Club and Lounge is going on. Then we have a chance to win $50,000 if we can correctly predict the whole tournament. They give us 9 head-to-head golf matchups. We got to pick the golfer that's going to finish best. They also got to give them a winner and the winning score. Let's jump on into it and see how we can do it. Last year's champion Tyrell Hatton is the defending champion, and he's up first. He's pinned up against Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy, if we look at his current form, he was tied for 6th last week. At Bay Hill, his worst finish is 27th. And his top 10, he's finished in the top 10 the last 4 years. In 3 of those years, he's been in the top 5. Hatton, he's tied for 22nd last week. He's a defending champion, as I mentioned. McIlroy, he's better on tee to green. He's better around the green. Hatton, he's better with the putter, though. He's ranked 16th, where Rory McIlroy is ranked 100th with the putter. Greens in regulation, he's slightly better as well on greens in regulation, and he's a little bit more accurate off the tee. I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Rory McIlroy. Look, he's in good form from last week, and while Hatton won the tournament last week, so he obviously likes the golf course, boy, McIlroy's history is really hard to ignore. This guy really loves the golf course, so go ahead and give me Rory. Next one we got here is Jordan Spieth versus Patrick Reed. Spieth, he skipped last week. He wasn't involved. His last tournament that he did play in, though, he was tied for 15th, and he was in his first time at Bay Hill. Never been at this golf course before. Patrick Reed was tied for 19th last week, 15th last year at the Bay Hill, 7th in 2018. Otherwise, he was 50th in 2019. Patrick Reed, he's better in a lot of categories. Better off the tee, 91st by 191st. Approach to green, he's ranked 54th, where Spieth is ranked 100th. Putting, he's got the second best putter on the tour. Spieth is ranked 55th. Tee to green, it's 42nd versus 92nd. Driving accuracy, he's 66 versus 48%. And greens in regulation, he's 66 versus 63%. Spieth is just better around the green in terms of ranking. He's ranked 12th, where Patrick Reed comes in 61st. Patrick Reed does too much better. Go ahead and give me Patrick Reed. He's got the better game. He played last week, so he's got some form to go off of. And he's got history with this golf course, where Spieth doesn't. All right, group number 3 here, we have Bryson DeChambeau versus Viktor Hovland. Look, Bryson, he was tied for 22nd last week and really just had a bad first round. His other 3 rounds were pretty good. Just a really, really bad opening round of that tournament. At Bay Hill, he's had some success. 4th in 2020, 2nd in 2018. 2019, he finished 46th. Hovland, man, this guy's, you want to talk about golfers that are in form. Tied for 2nd last week. In his last 3 tournaments, he's gone tied for 2nd, tied for 5th, tied for 2nd. At Bay Hill, not as great as that recent form, but man, that form is really good. He's got a 42nd and a 40th place finish in 2020 and 2019. Close matchup between these two golfers. Close to even on off the green, approach to green, tee to green, and putting. Hovland's better at driving accuracy by about 5%, and he's got better green and regulation by about 7%. I'm going to go ahead and do this one, Viktor Hovland. Look, with Bryson, he's too up and down and too unpredictable. I mean, yeah, the guy is one of the most talented guys on the tour, but it just seems like over the course of 4 rounds, he's gonna have a stretch where he can't put it together. And give me the golfer who's got some great form. I mean, those finishes the last 3 weeks are outstanding, and I think he's got the more consistent and even keel golf game. So yeah, go ahead and give me Viktor Hovland there. Next one we got here is Jason Day versus Mark Leishman, I believe. Day was tied for 18th last week, and at Bay Hill, he withdrew the last 2 years, and prior to that, it was 22nd and 23, and he did get first in 2016. Leishman was tied for 39th last week, and at Bay Hill, since 2017, he's gone 1st, 7th, 23rd, and 2nd. Really good, performance here at Bay Hill. Besides approach to green, Jason Day does it all better than him. Yeah, Day's better outside of approach to green. But I'm going to go ahead and say Mark Leishman. Look, he's obviously loves this golf course. I mean, some phenomenal history here. And then not everything's going to go chalk, right? I mean, you get 9 of these matchups. 9 favorites aren't going to win. There's going to be some upsets. So go ahead and give me the upset on the guy that clearly loves this golf course. Next we got is Francesco Molinari versus Tommy Fleetwood. Molinari got tied for 8th at the Genesis, his last tournament. He got 1st in 2019 at Bay Hill, 26th in 2018. He skipped the tournament last year. Fleetwood was tied for 44th last week. He was cut in 2020 at Bay Hill, and he got 3rd in 2019. Fleetwood is only better at driver accuracy, and it's by 4%. Otherwise, it's all Molinari, and with big advantages at approach to green, tee to green, and putting. Go ahead and give me that Francesco Molinari to do better. Next one we got here is Rickie Fowler versus Hideki Matsuyama. Fowler was tied for 20th at the Genesis, his last tournament. In his last 3 years at Bay Hill, he's gone 18th, 40th, and 14th. Matsuyama tied for 15th last week. Last 3 at Bay Hill, he's gone 56th, 33, and 49th. This one's probably going to come down to who is better with the putter. And neither one of these guys is good with the putter. Fowler is ranked 167th, and Matsuyama is ranked 177th. So, yeah, both of them struggle with the putter, but that's probably where it's come down to. Because otherwise, what they do, like some guy may be better here, some guy may do better there. It's pretty even in terms of the rest of the stats. So, who's going to putt better? Really tough, really even matchup here to predict. I'll go ahead and say Hideki Matsuyama. He did play last week, so at least he's got a little bit of form to go off of. Next we got here is, hopefully this is right, Sungjae Im versus Harris English. For Sungjae, tied for 28th last week, 3rd at Bay Hill in 2019 and in 2020. For English, tied 66th last week, 9th at Bay Hill last year, and 68th in 2019. The scoring average, you want to talk about tight? For Sungjae, 70.339. For Harris, 70.338. I mean, this one, when you analyze it, I mean, that's how close it gets. It even gets that close to the scoring margin. But Sungjae is more accurate off the tee by about 4%, and greens in regulation also by about 4%. He's performed better last week and with 2 third place finishes here at Bay Hill. Obviously, this course suits his game. I'll go ahead and say Sungjae Im will be the better golfer. Next one we got here is Matthew Fitzpatrick versus Paul Casey. Fitzpatrick was tied for 11th last week, and then he got 5th place the week before that. He was 9th and 2nd at his last 2 years at Bay Hill, so 2 top 10 finishes is really outstanding. Casey was tied for 5th at Pebble Beach, which is back on February 14th. That was his last tournament. Hasn't played at Bay Hill since 2017 when he got 41st. Give me the guy that's better at approach to green by 17 standings, around the green by 34th standings, putting by 28th places, tee to green by 15 places. That guy is Matthew Fitzpatrick, and love that he's got 2 top 10s here in the last 2 years. So Matthew Fitzpatrick for me. And then the last group they give us here is Justin Rose versus Henrik Stenson. Look, Rose, he was tied for 54th last week, cut last year at the Bay Hill, and in 2019 he got 63rd. For Stenson, he's had no tournaments on the PGA Tour. He's been playing more on the European Tour, but at Bay Hill he was cut in 2020 and 17th in 2019. He's played only 8 rounds so far this season on that European Tour, and he's got a score average of 72.88. For Justin Rose, he's better in the standings than any for Justin Rose, the only stat that he's better in, he's ranked 126th in. So, man, I mean, Justin Rose is just having a terrible 2021 season. It's a toss-up stats-wise. 2 guys that are generally, when you look up their stats, are really towards the back, of the pack in terms of the whole PGA. So, I'll go ahead and give it to Henrik Stenson. Did get 17th in 2019, but I mean, just kind of a tough matchup here. But yeah, go ahead and give me Henrik Stenson here on that one. And then for the last one, you got to give them a winner and you got to give them a win margin. Give me Matthew Fitzpatrick at -15. He's got good form. I told you how it is when he comes in here tied for 11th and 5th place in his last 2 tournaments. And then here at Bay Hill, he's got a 9th place finish and a 2nd place finish in his last 2 tournaments at Bay Hill. So coming in with good form, obviously likes this golf course. I think maybe this is the weekend he could take that next step and go ahead and get his paws around the trophy. All right, guys, that's how I'm going to do it. Hopefully I've been of help to you, because that's always my goal, is to help you win that $50,000. Go ahead and hit that like button. And as always, good luck on your picks. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more winning bets.